Wow, so Negan told his family to turn around and not even show up.
There's no way someone's that fucking stupid.
Fuck no.
Yeah, and I gotta admit, my thoughts are really turning around on this season. Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today. This one's going to be doing a review for The Walking Dead Dead City. This one, we're going to be doing our weekly review for this week's episode of Dead City. This is for episode 6, titled Friendly Strangers Across the River Are Hard to Come By These Days, or some crap like that. You can look the title up for yourselves. I don't even know what the hell kind of title we have for this episode. So, alright guys, it saddens me to show back up with a kind of rough review here, to tell you that I did not enjoy this episode at all. I didn't like it. I thought it was boring as hell.
And it was a big old piece of trash.
I thought it was dull. It was weird. It didn't make sense. It was artificial at times. Dumb, man. Honestly, I felt like I was watching some Fear the Walking Dead here on this one. So, we're going to talk about it. Look, if you enjoyed this episode, all the power to you. Although I'd love to understand what the frig you saw in it that I didn't. Because what the hell, man? What happened this episode? Genuinely, what happened? Negan was beating the legs by Croat. You're my brother! You know, we got that. We got that scene. Maggie fought what looked like a horrible CGI bear. And, let me think here. Jenny pointed a gun in Negan's face. Okay. That's really it. Like, the episode, we sat around for 50 minutes. Like, we sat around. So, I don't know, man. We're gonna go over it. We're gonna talk about it. It's sad, man, because I was really liking this season. I really was. You know, I admittedly thought that last episode was gonna be kind of just a little rock in the road, you know what I mean? And then we kind of get back to some good stuff. No, this was worse than episode 5. Listen, man, I love Negan. I love Maggie. It pains me to talk like this. I would love to sit here and tell you, oh yeah, it's a great episode. But I'd be lying to your face. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know me. I'm honest. I've watched this episode twice before filming this review to make sure my rating stands. I emphasize on it even more after watching it a second time. And damn right, I'm not watching it again. I know what I feel. I know what I think about it. And this was boring. This was boring as hell. This was so friggin' boring. So, let's get into it. We start the episode off with what a scene that feels like Fear the Walking Dead with the muffled voices and stuff as you hear frickin' Bruegel. I hate when they do that. You've got them, they're walking around, and then the noise finally gets out of its frickin' butthole and actually starts to, you know, sound like actual human interactions. And you've got, you know, Bruegel, he's kind of like, oh yeah, you know, we're going to take you back to our place, you know what I mean? They kind of go there. And then some chick gets, like, mauled by a bear, except we don't actually see the bear. She just gets pulled out of the camera. She just slides, you know what I mean? That felt cartoony as hell, I'm not gonna lie. That felt like a Fear the Walking Dead thing if I've ever seen it. Like, the chick's just sitting there, whoop, she just gets pulled out, you know? Weird, so weird, you know? And, at least if you gave me the bear, I could have been like, okay, that's kind of scary, you know what I mean? But she just gets, like, pulled out, and it's cartoony as hell, man. Anyway, after the intro, we then get to see Negan. He's talking about the Dama. She's dead, which, if it doesn't give you any evidence that I've literally said, I mean, I talked about how stupid this theory was back when people were talking about it earlier last week, and I said it. The Dama is dead. The Dama is dead as hell. Well, they literally show you again. That's the Dama's dead body right there. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know what else kind of evidence you need that Dama is dead, but the Dama is dead. That's one way to put it. And if they ever think about resurrecting her after what they showed us this episode, honestly, the writers are even more dumb than I thought they were, which they're pretty dumb this episode, so, you know, it's not helping your case. But, anyway, Negan and Croat are literally just sitting around. You got a few stories where Croat wants to go back to his home country. He wants Negan to come with him and stuff like that. You know, they're talking about Croat going back home, and the Barazi, like, they don't even really react to the Dama's death. They're kind of just going with the flow. There's no reaction to her death, like, at all. I'm seriously confused. Isn't this the woman that, like, brought all these people in? Like, how did these people even come about? You mean to tell me nobody's gonna react to the death of the Dama? Nobody's gonna say anything about it? You know what I mean? Like, at least if I'm a resident, I'm like, oh man, like, she's dead. Okay, who leads us now? You know? They didn't even go over that. Like, all you have is Croat that realizes that Negan played him with the Dama the entire time last episode, and he kind of set this whole thing in motion. Croat grabs the bat, hits Negan with it, and then you get some of the most annoying, cringeworthy dialogue. I mean, seriously, I don't know who wrote this, but you are my brother, you know, and he's like beating him in the legs, you know. He's like beating him in the legs in front of everybody. He's like, no, this is between me and him, you know. And he's like sitting there swinging at the freaking air. It's like he's swinging a damn pan at the air. Like he doesn't know what he's doing, you know. He's like Gordon Ramsay. And then all of a sudden he freaking like starts beating him. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, Negan. Oh my God, you're my brother, but you betrayed me, Negan. Oh my God, you know. And then you got Negan that's like, yeah, this whole time, ever since the sanctuary, you know. I'm like, oh my God, man, this sucks. This sucks, man. The dialogue sucks. It's always about the damn sanctuary. Let's remix it. Let's do something different. You know what I mean? Like, guys, you have Jeffrey Dean Morgan on your show. Realize this for a minute. You have Jeffrey Dean Morgan. You know how great that actor is? And you're giving him this material? Like, no. Seriously, get out of here with that. He's like sitting here crying and all this stuff. You got Negan crying towards Croat. And then Negan does one of the stupidest things I've ever seen him do in the history of The Walking Dead. He just lets him go. He just lets this guy go. Okay, now keep in mind, okay, you want to know why I have such a problem with this? I'll tell you why. Negan is a big advocate for kids, okay? Croat is pro kids dying. He literally voiced this opinion to him in episode 3. He voiced this opinion to him in episode 5. He affected and hurt innocent people in episode 5. And Negan is going to let him go. What the actual frig is wrong with this writing? Negan lets the guy go that literally that kills kids, actively searches and kills kids, which apparently, according to Croat earlier in the episode, Negan's family, his son, are on their way to the island, but you're gonna let Croat roam free and probably, because you two have bad blood, kill his damn kid or his wife. Get the frig out of here. If anything happens to Annie or Joshua, that is seriously Negan's fault. And I can't even believe that the writers are doing that to his character. Negan, the Negan I know, the Negan that I watched on the original series, would look at Croat and he would make an example out of him. He would be like, listen, this guy's dead. He's needed to be dead for a long time. Anybody else want to, step out of line? Anybody else want to try that? That's what Negan would do. Call me crazy. I would have been alright with Croat dying right there. Honestly. Look, it's a stupid scenario. I wish that they did something better, of course. But, Negan letting him go, unbelievable. How many times this season has he's worded that he would kill kids? He would kill innocent people. And Negan is just going to let this guy roam free with Ginny, who he still for some reason cares about, in the streets. Tell me what sense that makes, guys. Genuinely, tell me what sense that makes for Negan's character, because I don't get it. If anybody can help me understand it, I don't get it. I don't get why he's letting him go. I have no idea. It's so stupid. It's so stupid the way they're doing this. And then you've got Negan. He's like sitting in his cell. He runs into that kid from New Babylon that they have captured. He like walks through there with like a torch and stuff like that. That was built up as like a big reveal. I don't know what the hell they were doing there. But anyway, they sit down. Negan shares a drink with him. He tells old savior stories about how he used to line people up and stuff like that. And maybe, it's a good thing that he lost the savior war because they got protected from him, I guess. Like they got protected from him in the end. So he kind of looks at it as maybe it's a good thing he lost or some crap like that. I don't know. I was pretty bored. I'm not going to lie. I was pretty bored during all those talk scenes. And then, obviously, then you proceed and you've got Negan that's kind of just in charge of the Barazi. I guess Croat's gone now, so I don't know. Okay, now Maggie's crew. You got Bruegel. Now Bruegel's entertaining as per usual. Something I actually did enjoy. Bruegel is entertaining. I like him. I like some of the scenes where like you got Marshall and stuff, and he's like, oh yeah, we're gonna get the meth thing and stuff, and he's like, oh nice, gold star. Like there was some good dialogue with him. But again, I found Bruegel was underused. Like he had like 2 scenes. Like he didn't even do much. Like, no, seriously, the earlier reviewers were right about one thing. I'll always disagree with the earlier reviewers that said that Maggie, Lauren Cohen, is not good at acting. I always disagree with that. Even in this sucky episode, I enjoyed her. You know what I'm saying? I liked Maggie. Lauren always does a great job. But they weren't wrong about one thing. Bruegel is starting to become really, really underused. I'm not understanding what they're trying to do with him. I'm not even really sure what the story is with him at this point. They're kind of just making him some psycho that locks walkers up at this point. I don't get it, which, we'll get to that later. But anyway, you got Maggie and them. They're sitting there talking about getting the meth thing and doing all this stuff. You got Jenny that's like washing her face and stuff. And you got Maggie that goes in there. You know how many times I tried to kill Negan and and I lose more of myself every time and stuff. And then Jenny just doesn't talk. Like, honestly, I'm getting so sick and tired of this kid. Like, Jenny, honestly, speak. Like, speak already. Like, what is the reason why this kid is not speaking? It's annoying to watch. Like, it's seriously frustrating to watch. She's not even saying a damn thing. She's just sitting there moping around with her freaking gun in her hand, thinking she's all that in a bag of chips. I don't understand it. I don't understand it at all. So you get Jenny that's moping around. You get Maggie that's, hanging out. They go to sleep for a bit. We sit on that for a little bit, and then, Herschel leaves the room, and he's, like, trying to sabotage the group. And then Maggie confronts him, and then Herschel's like, you're not really there. Stop lying to me, blah, 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 blah. Are you working for Dama? Are you not? Like, we don't know if Herschel is or he's not. I was checked out. I was like, oh my God, this sucks. Like, Herschel, man, honestly, what are they doing to this character? This character is getting so irritating to me. He's so annoying. I don't even understand it. Like, I understand that Dama cut his toe off, which we still haven't seen, so why the hell do I care? But we haven't seen that. And Herschel just going around. And then he pushes Maggie like an idiot and then leaves. And then you got Maggie that literally, like, she tries to go after him, and then Herschel sees that there's a bear on their way. Now, okay, we finally get the bear fight that they've been building up an advertisement for, like, the whole freaking year. This was a fine fight. It was okay, but it didn't feel as epic as I thought it would. You've got Maggie that kind of releases the walkers towards the bear. The bear kind of comes in. Listen, realistically, Maggie would have gotten ripped apart. Okay, you can't tell me she wouldn't have, but the plot convenience happens. I get it. The writers have to do something, you know what I mean? The writers have to try. The bear looked okay, although the CGI wasn't as good as I thought it would, but it was alright. It was passable, you know what I mean? You got Herschel that, like, throws knives at the thing, and then it roars at Maggie, and then the bear kind of just kills itself, okay? So I kind of wanted to see Maggie actually kind of get a one-up on this bear. It's nothing like Deacon on Days Gone. If anybody's played Days Gone, you saw the fight with the bear on that thing. Yeah, that was pretty intense, man. That was pretty intense. This felt like kind of just... It was there. It felt like a very artificial fight, if I've ever seen one. It was okay. It was definitely the best part of the episode, but it wasn't anything that great for me, honestly. I kind of expected a bit more of a kick to it. You know what I mean? I definitely preferred Maggie versus the Walker King last season over this, 100%. I'm trying to think of what happens. Oh, big flaw this episode. Big flaw. Why the hell, when Maggie is fighting this loud, roaring bear with these walkers on chains making all this noise, Bruegel, his men, Armstrong, where are they? Seriously, are they asleep? Like, we literally saw them in the other room and they were all asleep. Where the hell are they? Like, seriously, there's no way I'm sleeping through that. Like, if I'm hearing this roaring, loud bear with all this ruckus being made in my arena room, I'm hearing that. There's no way I'm not hearing that. Like, that makes no sense whatsoever. So, they didn't hear it. They didn't wake up from that at all, apparently. Maggie's just doing this on her own. But then the next day, they're awake and they're like, oh, look at that bear. I'm like, oh my God, this is awful. Like, this is awful. So, anyway, they're basically sitting there. You've got Maggie. She talks with Negan. There's some okay dialogue there. And then they find out that, Bruegel is going to be coming for the Barazzi. I really don't care, but he's going to be coming for them. And at the end of the episode, you have, Negan's family, Annie and Joshua. They show up, right? They show up at the very end. Now, I've known enough about TV shows to know that was not the actress that plays Annie. I know for a fact that wasn't her. They got an actress that looks like her. I guarantee you that is not the actress that plays Annie. I almost guarantee it. We saw Negan's son briefly, and we didn't really see anything of him. We just kind of saw a quick shot of him, and that was it. Negan sees them and instructs the men to, I guess, take them back to Tennessee. Don't bring them here because there's a fight going on with Bruegel. Okay. I mean, if I was Negan, here's the thing I don't understand. Negan's a free man. Okay, Negan is a free man. Why can't he take his family and go? Why is he invested in this fight? I don't understand. I don't understand why Negan is invested in this fight right now. It doesn't make any sense to me. And he decides to be a deadbeat father and just, decide that, okay, take them back to Tennessee where they came from, even though they just got here, but take them back to Tennessee. Oh, it's so dumb. And, well, you've got, Maggie, of course, she kind of shows up. She kind of talks with Negan. Negan, doesn't want his family to show up. And then at the end of the episode, Negan walks in front of the Barazi. He lets them go forward. He's kind of sitting there. And then all of a sudden, there comes Jenny with the friggin' gun. Oh my god, man. Just get rid of this character. You've got Jenny that's literally just pointing a gun towards Negan. And then she falls over like Alicia from Fear of the Walking Dead. Just, she just falls over. And then that's the end of the episode. Negan, takes her in, puts a blankie on her, and that's the end of the story. So, boring. Seriously, boring episode. Boring. This was stupid. Like, honestly, I am impressed with 2B. I really am. So far, 2B, episode 5, episode 6. Wow. You're killing the vibe. You're killing the vibe that this season was. I was really liking it. I was really into it. The Barazi are just a bunch of followers now. The Dama is just nothing. Croat is just let go by Negan, which is easily the biggest problem I have with this episode. The fight with Maggie and the bear was okay. It had its moments, but it wasn't anything that great. There was some lame writing. Like, Jenny pointing the gun at Negan, passing out. I did not like this episode. I did not like this episode at all. You can call it harsh all you want, honestly. You can call it harsh all you damn want to. I don't really care. I'm going to be honest with y'all. All right, I'm always honest with y'all. I'm ashamed to say this was a 4 out of 10. This was a 4 out of 10. Watching it twice over, yeah, 4 out of 10. I genuinely, I'm trying to be nice with my 4. I'm trying to hang on to my 4, okay? Episode 5, I could somewhat see some good elements. If you tell me this is good, genuinely, what was good? No, genuinely, I'm actually curious. Did I miss something? Did I miss something that was good? Because I was bored out of my mind, okay? So, yeah, no, this was dumb. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Post your comments down below, guys. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy videos like this, sure, click subscribe so you don't miss any of the videos. Make sure to follow me on Dan's Reviews Official on Instagram, guys. And, of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos very soon. Enjoy the rest of the day, guys, and peace out.
Born in the dark alleys, city of concrete. Dan's reviews blowing up, never taste defeat. Walking Dead dissected every plot twist beat. World gone mad, TV junkies hit a treat. Typing up scripts, marathon through the night. His opinions hit harder than a street fight scene. Every episode, brain sharper than a knife. He's the beacon of critique, shedding TV light.